Davis, Rob is off tonight. It's been a wet one in the Lehigh Valley. Some rivers and creeks have topped their banks, sending water into the streets. That's made some people very nervous. And WFMZ's Stephanie Esposito is joining us live once again from Easton at the confluence of the Delaware and the Lehigh rivers. Stephanie.
Yeah, that's right, Wendy. I have been here all day watching these two rivers very slowly rise. And actually, when I first came to you earlier today at 5 and 6 o'clock, I was standing across the street, and that part of the sidewalk where I was standing earlier tonight is now completely underwater, and the Lehigh River has made its way across Larry Holmes Drive. Many Eastonians tonight biting their nails, just waiting to see where these mighty rivers will stop. Scared? The rivers are rising. Just before 69 News at 5, the rivers reached 24.8 feet. By 6 p.m., it was up to 25.4 feet and began to creep up the riverbanks and onto Larry Holmes Drive. But Easton's Mayor Sal Panto was just happy to see so many people on his riverfront.
It's really great to see people downtown. I just wish it wasn't for this reason. They're at least seeing what's going on downtown. When they leave, they're going to see new buildings, new businesses. They're going to see renovation.
By 7:30, the rivers were at 25.7 feet, more than 3.5 feet above the floodplain.
The good news is it's coming up very slowly.
At 8:30 p.m., the waters were still very slowly rising, this time up from 25.7 to 25.8 feet. Some believe beginning to level off.
We have lost a couple more streets. We've lost South 611 is now closed, and Lehigh Drive, which normally close.
The wild card that had some residents buzzing this afternoon was the possible impact of the New York reservoirs. The New York City Department of Environmental Protection has not returned our phone calls, but has posted their reservoir levels to be over 96%.
They are not going to empty. They are going to let it go over the emergency spillway. And when that happens, it's just going to keep coming over until it goes below their level.
Now, just moments ago, we received the very latest river levels, and they are now at 25.9 feet here where the Lehigh and the Delaware rivers meet in Easton. It's projected to crest around 26.3 feet around 1 o'clock this morning. And, of course, all of the Easton's emergency services will be out patrolling the area until that time. Live here in Easton, Stephanie Esposito, 69 News.
All right, thanks, Stephanie. Well, other low-lying parts of the Lehigh Valley have also succumbed to rising waters. This stretch of Wilson Avenue along the Lehigh River in Bethlehem Township was all covered up earlier today. And a woman needed help getting out of her minivan when it got stuck here at 3rd and Union Streets in Allentown. For more on the flooding, let's send it over to Ed Hanna.
Good to see everybody. I hope you're doing well, and I am just so grateful to all of you for all the information you provided through emails, letting us know what was happening in your own backyards. But more importantly, thank you for tuning in and staying with us. I mean, before we started seeing these levels going up, we were giving you updates. And as far as the totals were concerned, as low as 1.5 inches, all the way up to over 5 inches of rain fell in the Poconos, which might have been one of the worst places to get the heaviest rains. That, along with some of the melting, because they still had snow on the ground, really, and that was all upstream. That's all making its way downstream, which is why we see the river levels continue to rise. Delaware River, give you the very latest information. There you can see Belvedere again, the forecasted crest below flood stage. Easton currently at 25.95, expected to crest 26.3 at 1 a.m. just after midnight. Regalsville looks like we're at 24.8, going to crest at 25, so we're almost there. And obviously you can get a sense there for Trenton, which we expected to be minor flooding. In fact, the forecasted crest has now been lowered to 20.7. That was at 21, and they are at 19.9. Good news for folks along the Schuylkill. Everything is crested and seeing levels receding at Reading now below that flood stage. That is very good news. Pottstown still about a foot above flood stage. Philadelphia, now you can see the Lehigh River, all very, very good news. That's receding very rapidly. Where are we headed for the weekend? We'll tell you about it. Big time warm-up, it looks like, by the time we get to the end of next week. We'll tell you about that. 6-day forecast.